Well, it's true, the kids are back in class, and it's time to get back into all of our routines. From sleep patterns to school supplies, getting everything in order for the new year can be a little bit of a challenge. But fear not, because Google Education Expert LaToya Drake is here, and she's got some great ways to transition back into the school year and make it as painless as possible. Good morning, LaToya.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, so I have been actually visiting our local grade schools here in Las Vegas. And craziest thing, I walk in and I'm like, there's no chalkboard. There's no chalkboard anymore.
I totally understand you. There are so many things that I remember that I'm fond of that have suddenly disappeared. But hopefully kids are still learning, and that's where we step in and making it easier for teachers and students to have that experience of, getting things done and learning new things. So to your point about what happened to the chalkboards, I don't have the answer to that, but maybe, as teachers have started to use something called Google Classroom, which is part of our education suite, and that allows teachers to assign, grade things, give real-time feedback, and this is all online. And the idea here is to not take away nostalgic things, but teachers have a hard job. They work very hard, and we're trying to figure out ways to make it easier for them to stay on top of things, stay in close contact with their students as much as they need to, and making sure that learning experience continues to be smooth and also successful for the students.
Yeah, absolutely. You made me think that somewhere there's a big chalkboard graveyard happening. Like, where did they all go?
It's somewhere.
But a chalkboard is just a tool, and now those tools have been updated and replaced with more modern tools. And the purpose of a tool in a classroom is really to keep students engaged, right? To keep them interested in learning.
And you're talking about chalkboards. Here's one thing to think about, and how do we keep kids engaged and learn new things. I remember getting on a school bus and going on a field trip. Now, there are places that we certainly can't get to on a school bus, but the teacher may want the student to have that experience. We introduced something called Google Expeditions. And what happens there is, let's say you're a science teacher and you want your students to see the bottom of the ocean floor. You can't get there on a school bus, but if you download Expeditions, in virtual reality, kids can go to these different places that we necessarily cannot get to, or that we would want to explore, we would want to experience. But there's a way that technology can really help expand imaginations and get us to places that were not accessible to us, and that we simply could not get to again just by going on a field trip. But we want to create these rich, immersive experiences and continue to make learning fun.
Oh yeah, I love that example too, because you're really taking kids on a visual journey that wasn't possible, 100 years ago. It's very cool. Homework is something that usually happens literally at home. So what about for those parents? We've talked about some of the things Google's doing in the classroom. What about for parents?
Oh, for sure. Now, homework, let's imagine this scenario where your child might be doing a math problem that you as a parent may not know the answer to, or the child may be struggling how to get to that answer. We have something for that. We created this app. It's called Socratic. And what happens there, again, imagine you're doing a math problem. You've got the app downloaded. You take a picture of the problem. It will not give you the answer. We are not making this easy.
Nice.
What it will do is teach you how to problem solve and how to get to the answer. So you as the parent can continue to learn along with your student if you've forgotten how to do those problems because you've gone to school so long ago. But again, here's how we want to be helpful and do that homework at home. And we may not have the answers, but there's a way to get to them and really use our technology to get there.
LaToya, I love that. It's like a digital tutor rather than just giving the answer. That is so super cool. Where can people get more information on everything that you just laid out for us?
The best place to go is edu.google.com.
All right, lady, thank you for joining us today. Have a good one. Make the grade this year with a little bit of help from your friends at Google. Visit edu.google.com to learn a little bit more. Google, proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.